I've been waking up slow with the weight in my chest, like the sun forgot how to shine in the west. And I smile when they ask, say I'm doing just fine, but there's thunder rolling quiet in the back of my mind. Some days are light, and some days I fake, and some days I break for my own damn sake. Well, the thing is, I'm trying, even when the voice in my head keeps lying. It's a war just to get out of bed, but I breathe in deep and I face it instead. No, I'm not alright, but I'm fighting to be. Well, the thing is, I'm still me. I got friends who don't call, and I don't blame them. Hard to hold space when your world's gone vacant. And I wish I could tell you what's missing inside, but it's foggy in here, even with open eyes. I wear my silence like armor, I know, but there's hope in the cracks where the light starts to show. Well, the thing is, I'm healing, even when I don't trust what I'm feeling. Every scar is a line in my song, every stumble's a sign I've been walking this long. And I don't have a map, but I've got my feet. Well, the thing is, I'm still me. I won't lie and say it's easy, but I won't hide the storm inside. If you're walking through the darkness, take my hand, we'll walk side by side. Well, the thing is, we're learning, and the fire in our hearts keeps burning. Even when the night feels too long, the strength in the fact we go on. So if you're not okay, let this song set you free. Cause the thing is, you're still you, and that's still enough for me.
Hello, everybody.
Everybody in YouTube land, how y'all doing tonight?
So tonight's live. So now I'm going to introduce everybody to Charlie. Charlie. So I met Charlie in another channel by the name of G2K. Get to know _stop is where I met Charlie. And you guys know I've been looking for a co-host. Somebody to bring some energy to the channel, some enthusiasm, some intelligence, and to have conversation. And I met Charlie. And we were on a panel, and I was like, hey, Charlie, after the live, I got a question. And we talked, because I heard she say she was an advocate for mental health, which is very important. And I think it's best to have a male and female co-hosts talking about mental health because you get it from both perspectives, the male perspective and the female perspective. Now, it's not always 100% because every male or female have different perspectives on mental health, but you get the gist of it. So Charlie agreed, and she's here. And I just want to say one thing is yesterday's live. Charlie, thank you for being there and being supportive. Thank you.
You're very welcome, as always.
So we were talking a couple of days ago about a topic, and she sent me a link. And the link to this article is in the description below. Okay. And I'm also going to post it in here after a while. So today's topic is mental illness spectrum. And what does that mean? It's I'm going to pull it up on screen. Mental illness spectrum, exploring the range of psychological disorders. So And I want to give a shout out to everybody: Rosaline, Miss Sarah, Aya. How you do? Aya, is it Aya or Aya? I don't want Aya.
Yeah.
Okay, Aya, how you doing? Willow, how you doing? Miss Sarah, how you doing? Quick
It's like you say Maya, but take the M off.
Okay. So, how you doing?
How you're doing?
All right.
Hi. See, I said yeah. Yeah.
So, we're gonna get this started. Share screen. I'm gonna present it. Let me get to the window. Share screen. Okay. I don't like ads.
I know that thing pops up so many ads.
Yes.
But it's a really good article.
So, key takeaways from this article: mental health exists on a spectrum rather than discrete healthy, unhealthy categories. The spectrum approach reduces stigma and enables more personalized treatment approaches. Multi-factors shape mental health, including genetics, environment, trauma, and neurobiology. I think because of the ad, I don't want to get in trouble for the ad. I'm going to pull it down.
All right, I can read if you want me to directly from the website and just go over it. So that way we don't have to necessarily deal with the ads, but because
we'll take turns reading from the website. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
So I'll start off saying, just as colors blend seamlessly into one another across a rainbow, human psychological experiences exist not in black or white categories, but along with vibrant continuum that shapes our understanding of mental health. This concept, known as the mental illness spectrum, offers a nuanced perspective on complex landscape of psychological disorders. It's a view that challenges traditional notions and invites us to explore the rich tapestry of human experiences that make up mental well-being. Imagine, if you will, a vast canvas stretching before you. On this canvas, the mirrored hues of human emotions and cognitive intermingle, create a breathtaking paranormal of mental states. This is the essence of the spectrum, mental health, navigating diverse psychological experiences. It's not a simple matter of being mentally ill or mentally healthy, but rather a complex interplay of factors that influence our psychological well-being. The importance of understanding this spectrum approach cannot be overstated. It allows us to move beyond rigid categorizations and embrace a more holistic view of mental health. By doing so, we open doors to more personalized and effective treatments, reduce stigma, and foster greater empathy for those grappling with mental
health. You want me to need the next one, or you want to take a moment to talk about that?
We can take a moment and talk about each one. I agree with that. Just taking a moment. So what did you take from that first part of the article?
It's like, to me, mental health is more of a spectrum, right? And some of us deal with different versions of it, right? And it is more complex than just, oh my God, you're not mentally well. You know what I'm saying? It is more than just that, because it covers so many different realms when it comes to mental health, right? Like, we have, so many different disorders that each one of them are different in their own right, and some people have overlapping disorders that go together. So it's not a one size fits all, because not two people are going to experience mental health the same, and not all of us have the same traumas, the same triggers, and different things that happen to us.
Correct. Correct. Yes, I couldn't agree more. Because our lifestyles are different. Um, our locations are different. All of our experiences are different. What you see and what I see are two different things. Even though we're looking at the same thing, we experience two different things from what our eyes see.
Well, that's like you can have two people with ADHD or two people with bipolar or two people, I'm saying the same disorder, the same two people have it, but they both experience it differently. It came on for different reasons. So that's the thing about mental illness, or I don't even like to call it an illness sometimes because sometimes we rise above it and turn it into a positive. Like my
Yeah.
ADHD, I take the negatives for my ADHD and I turn it into a positive because I have to live with that every day of my life. Anxiety and ADHD are not friends and they don't like each other. But guess what? They're learning to coexist.
Yes. So we can start the next paragraph.
A brief jaunt through the history of mental health classifications. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane, shall we? The classifications of mental health disorders has a long and frankly sometimes unsettling history from the days of humoral imbalances in ancient Greece to the infamous Bedlam asylums of the Middle Ages. Our understanding of mental health has come a long way. The modern era of mental health classification began in the earnest with the publication of the first diagnostic and statistical manual of mental health disorders, the DSM, in 1952. This marked a significant shift towards a more standardized approach to diagnosing mental health conditions. However, it wasn't until recent decades that the concept of a spectrum began to gain traction in the field of psychiatry. The spectrum model, a new lens for the viewing of mental health. So, what exactly do we mean when we talk about a spectrum model in mental health? Well, picture a line. On one end, you have optimal mental health, on the other, severe mental illness. Now, imagine that every single one of us falls somewhere along this line. Our position fluid and subject to change based on various factors. This model recognizes the mental health as a binary state, but a continuum of experiences. It acknowledges that we all have mental health, just as well as all have physical health, and that our mental state can fluctuate over time. The advantages of this approach are numerous. For one, it helps to destigmatize mental health issues by recognizing that we're all on the same spectrum. It also allows for a more nuanced understanding of individual experiences, moving away from the one size fits all approach of traditional categorical models. Speaking of which, let's compare this to the traditional categorical approach. The categorical model, as exemplified by the DSM 5 mental disorders, a comprehensive guide to diagnostic criteria, tends to view mental disorders as distinctive entities with clear boundaries. While this approach has its merits, particularly in standardized diagnosis, it can sometimes overlook the complexity and individuality of human experiences.
Yes, it does overlook human experiences. For the longest time, I'd be going to therapy and seeing psychiatrists. I was misdiagnosed, and it took a while for them to figure it out, and they're still trying to figure it out. That's why my psychiatrist said I had unspecified personality disorder, because I carry traits from different personalities, but not enough for one specific personality. Because I bounce around. And most of you guys know that have been here a while know that when I go live and I talk about a subject, I kind of fall off that subject and I bounce around. And I know that. And it's something I'm learning to control. So, but like the end of the paragraph says, while this approach has its merits, particularly in standardized diagnosis, it can sometimes overlook the complexity and individuality of human experiences. So H. Davis knows me. He knows I'm live and I talk about a specific topic and I fall away from it. Yeah.
I do the same thing, and I'm gonna tell you that's part of my ADHD. It's that's a person with ADHD can have 6 different conversations at the same time and know what they're talking about with all 6 conversations. My doctor did suggest possibly look into bipolar, and there's only one reason why. I don't really have the highs and lows, but when I was looking, when we were talking about this over at G2Ks, and some of the overlaps and things, right?
Yep.
I was like, maybe I should look more into it. She said because of when I was younger, I wouldn't sleep for 3 to 4 days at a time and I would be fine. Like I could just, I didn't have to sleep. Now that I'm older, I kind of need it. I get grumpy or don't feel good when I don't sleep. But when I was younger, I could do that. But I was like, that my ADHD kind of causes that. And I think sometimes they don't look into that aspect and, that some of the things do overlap. With my ADHD, my brain never wants to shut down, right? And so it's kind of hard to sleep when your brain's going, you know what? We need to clean that wall over there right quick. Tomorrow you need to take care of this, this, and this, and this. And, you really could take with doing it, and so your brain's just constantly going, do you remember that thing that happened 15 years ago? So your brain's going 90 miles an hour.
Yes.
But a lot of things do overlap, like ADHD, bipolar disorder, a lot of different things. The reason, so like someone with ADHD can have autism and together, you know what I'm saying? Like there's many different disorders that do that.
Yep. Two with fries. How you doing?
Hey, number 2 with fries. How you doing?
So, painting the picture, major categories within the mental illness spectrum. Now, let's dive into major categories that make up this colorful spectrum of mental health experiences. It's important to remember that these categories aren't rigid boxes, but rather broad strokes on our mental health canvas. Mood disorders such as depression, bipolar disorder, form a significant part of this spectrum. These conditions affect our emotional state, influencing how we feel and interact with the world around us. Depression, for instance, isn't just feeling sad. It's a complex interplay of emotional, cognitive, and physical symptoms that can vary greatly in intensity and duration. Anxiety disorders represent another crucial segment of the spectrum, from generalized anxiety to specific phobias. These conditions are characterized by excessive worry and fear. But here's the thing. Anxiety isn't always a bad thing. A little anxiety can actually be helpful in certain situations. It's when it becomes overwhelming and interferes with daily life that it moves into the realm of a disorder. Psychotic disorders include schizophrenia, occupy a unique space in the spectrum. These conditions involve a disconnect from reality, often manifesting in hallucinations or delusions. However, it's crucial to understand that psychotic experiences exist on a continuum ranging from mild transient experiences to severe persistent symptoms. Personality disorders represent yet another fascinating area of mental health spectrum. These conditions evolve enduring patterns of inner experiences, behavior that deviate markedly from cultural norms. But here's the kicker. We all have personality traits, and its intensity and inflexibility of these traits that determine whether they constitute a disorder. Lastly, we have neurodevelopment disorders, such as autism spectrum disorder and attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD. These conditions, which typically manifest in childhood, affect the development of the nervous system and brain. The term spectrum is particularly apt here. These disorders can present a wide variety of ways and severities.
And that I couldn't agree with more, because I've known multiple people with ADHD, TM, neurodivergent, autism, so on and so forth, many different disorders, bipolar, and each person that I have met with it present differently. Like some people, like a person who may be an introverted person, their ADHD is introverted, just like their personality, right? Versus
Yep.
someone like me, who I'm extroverted, my ADHD symptoms present outwardly. You can see my ADHD. And in some people, you can't see it. They don't show signs of it. You wouldn't know, because it's all internal for them. Like their brain, instead of, where mine, you can see it because I move my hands, I move my face. I'm very animated. I do the knee thing and all that stuff, where I look like a crackhead when I'm not medicated. Anyway, somebody else may present it and it doesn't show up that way. You don't see it. It's all internal for them.
My brother has ADHD, right? He can't sit still.
Same.
He paces. He has to be busy. He has to be active, or his brain malfunctions. If that makes sense.
Oh no, it does make perfectly sense, because usually this is the weird thing. In order to read a book and concentrate, I have to have music or something else going in the background slowly in order for my brain to be able to concentrate, which is crazy to say, but I have to actually give my brain too much sometimes and not enough at others. Like if I'm overstimulated, I'm in a crowd of people and there's just like a lot of kids crying, screaming, it can make me freak out, right? It can make me have a moment. So that's when then I'll hyper focus on, like, I have these click games on my phone. I don't know if y'all know about the click games. I call them click games anyway. They when I'm in that, I take myself out of it, if that makes sense, by doing that, right? Yep. So it depends. You got to find your balance of stimulation when you have ADHD, because sometimes there's too much and there's not enough. Same thing with autism. In fact, if you look at a lot of the symptoms for ADHD and autism, they overlap. Bipolar overlaps with ADHD. It's like if you look at the thing, that there's this huge circle, right? And it's all of the things that are on that list, and they all overlap somehow.
Miss Sarah said they came up with a new category other than introvert and extrovert. They got an outrovert, and she said it fits her perfectly.
I might have to look that up, Miss Sarah, because I'm extroverted with introverted tendencies, and my husband's the polar opposite. He's introverted with extroverted tendencies. So he's the type, when he's in a room full of people, it freaks him out. But once he gets comfortable with those people, he's like the life of the party, right? I'm the person that I'm cool while I'm in the crowd, but I technically want to be at home looking at my four walls. I would rather do that, if that makes sense.
So an outrovert is recently coined the term for a personality type that feels socially present and capable, but emotionally detached from group identity.
Ooh.
Existing as an outsider on the inside, who prefers deep one-on-one bonds over large group dynamics, needing solitude to recharge after social engagement. Unlike introverts or extroverts, they can be charismatic and engage in groups, but find belonging difficult, valuing observation, emotional independence, and authentic connections outside mainstream conformity.
Well, I just learned a new word for myself. Thank you so much, Miss Sarah. I was like, well, that fits me perfectly, don't it? Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Different, right? I just learned a new word. So thank you, Miss Sarah. And well, the thing is, for reading that definition, because now I know, I'm like, oh, that's me.
So the palette of influences Factors shaping the mental health spectrum. Now let's talk about the factors that influence where we fall on the spectrum. It's like a complex recipe with various ingredients interacting to create a unique mental health profile. First up, we have genetic predisposition. Our genes can influence our
Susceptibility.
yes, to certain mental health conditions. But there's this thing: having a genetic predisposition doesn't mean you are destined to develop a mental illness. It's more like having a loaded pew pew. Environmental factors often need to pull the trigger. Speaking of environment, the world around us play a crucial role in shaping our mental health, from our family dynamics to our socioeconomic status, from our education to our cultural background. These factors all contribute to our psychological well-being. Trauma and life experiences are another significant factor. Adverse childhood experiences, for instance, can have long-lasting effects on mental health. But it's not all doom and gloom. Positive experiences and resilience can also shape our mental health in beneficial ways. Lastly, we have neurobiological influences. The structure and function of our brains, including neurotransmitter activity and neural pathways, play a crucial role in our mental health. It's a fascinating area of research that continues to shed the light on the biological underpinnings of psychological experiences. You know, and I was having a conversation. Okay. So we were talking about, I was having a conversation with somebody about neurotransmitters and trauma. And tell me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong in wording it this way. But when you experience a traumatic event, the brain waves, your transmitters change.
No, I could see that actually. And it can change the way that your brain processes things. That is why what we were talking about did the other day. That is one of the that's the way that it changed that neural pathway.
Yeah,
It completely changed it. It rewired it. And I think
that's
that trauma rewires. Well, Miss Sarah, me saying the same thing at the same time. Jinx, Miss Sarah, trauma rewires your brain.
and that was me having this conversation with somebody without actually knowing the facts. So, because I had learned about neurotransmitters, and I was taught neurotransmitters are your brain waves. And when I came up with the fact that a traumatic event can change the way your brain functions, and it depends on the trauma, okay? It could be a permanent change, it could be a temporary change. It depends on the event. Um, because my brother, for example, okay, he down here in Florida, he was walking down a trail and he came across a corpse and it freaked him out and he had to call 911. You know, and for a period of time, it affected him mentally. You know, he's moved on from it, you know, and he's okay now. But for a period of time, it changed his brainwaves on how he coped with it.
And it probably, I mean, even if he gets better with it, there are still triggers for that, right? Because that almost leaves like a PTSD, thing. Like being a child, seeing that specifically, you're You don't have, like, if you think about it, as we develop, our brain doesn't stop developing until, and they've raised it from 25 now. I've got to go look up the actual age now, but they've raised it from 25. You know, they said your brain didn't stop developing until 25, right? So anything under 25, you're still technically, your brain is still developing and being able to handle situations and to be able to handle those complex situations, such as death or finding a dead body. That is not, that is not something a child, even, it doesn't matter if they were teen, it doesn't matter, they're young. It's something that can mess up anybody. And I'm going to say for myself, I would have a problem with, finding that, because it would haunt me. You know what I'm saying? For time on end, I would have nightmares about it and what happened to that person, and all these different things. Especially a person with ADHD, we dwell on things like that sometimes. So I can only imagine, because he's had his ADHD diagnosis probably since he was very young. So did I. Even though I didn't get my diagnosis till I was 36, I knew I had it from the, it just never left me. It's always been there. It's been like, hey, friend.
Yeah. So I was talking about fully developed brain. So I'm reading an article, but there's a lot of different articles. Okay. It says, no, your brain doesn't suddenly fully develop at 25. Here's what the neuroscience actually shows. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'll give you a synapse. It says, where did the age 25 myth come from? The magic number stems from your brain imaging studies in the late 90s and early 2000s. In one 99 study, researchers tracked brain changes through repeated scans in children and teens. They analyzed gray matter, which consists of cell bodies and can be thought of as thinking component of the brain. Researchers found that during the teenage years, gray matter goes through a process called pruning. Early in life, the brain builds an enormous number of neural connections. As we age, it gradually trims back the ones that are used less often, strengthening those that remain. Now, later on in the article, it says, since the data stopped at age 20, researchers couldn't say precisely when the development finished. The age of 25 became the best estimation for assumed endpoint and eventually became enshrined in cultural consciousness. I'm going to drop the article link in chat so people can go back and take a look at that article.
I don't, in my opinion, I think our brain never fully stops developing. I don't think we ever stop learning. I think it's a continuous process. Now, do I think, like that article was saying, that your brain does strengthen some of your other processes and gets rid of the ones you don't use as often? I do believe that is a thing. When we're kids, we're sponges, right? We take on everything. And as we get older, we decide, well, I'm more passionate about this and I'm more passionate about that. So this is what I'm going to gravitate to, or I'm more creative, I'm more analytical, things like that. So we gravitate towards those things. And I think our brain, each one of our brains does that. So like, you are very passionate about mental health, so am I, right? So we gravitate towards that. And a lot of others do too. Some people might be gamers, some people might be painters, singers. And then you have people who are more, they like mathematics and book learning and things like that. So each person, their synapses and their brain processes are going to be different. And so I do agree that I don't think it fully stops developing, if that makes sense. I think
it doesn't. It doesn't, because researchers analyzed scans from more than 4,200 people from infancy to 90 years old and found several key periods of development, including one from age 9 to 32. which they coined the adolescent period. I would like you guys to take a look at the article. I really would. And we will even cover this article one day. We will cover this article.
Sounds like a great topic one day.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll cover this article one day, because the maturity of your brain has a lot to do with mental health also.
It truly does.
So,
and your development in general has to do with mental health. It's a part of, like we said, environmental factors and, how you develop as a person, because that's part of it. As we just read in the article that we were talking about in Mental Health Spectrum, it's part of it, your brain's development and how it develops.
so now, you want to continue reading?
Yeah, I got you. Navigating the spectrum, diagnosis, and assessment. Now let's talk about how mental health professionals navigate this complex spectrum. When it comes to diagnosis and assessment, it's not as straightforward as you might think. Diagnostic tools and criteria, such as those outlined in the DSM 5, provide a framework for identifying mental health conditions. These tools help clinicians assess symptoms and determine whether they meet the threshold for a particular diagnosis. However, it's crucial to remember that these are guidelines, not rigid rules. One of the significant challenges in accurate diagnosis is the overlap of symptoms across different conditions. For instances, difficulty concentrating could be a symptom of depression, anxiety, or ADHD. This is where the expertise of a mental health professional becomes crucial. The importance of professional evaluation cannot be overstated. While online quizzes and self-diagnosis might be tempting, they can replace the nuanced assessment of a trained clinician. These professionals can tease apart symptoms, consider contextual factors, and provide a comprehensive evaluation. Comorbidity or the presence of multiple mental health conditions simultaneously adds another layer of complexity to diagnosis. It's not uncommon for individuals to experience symptoms that span across different categories, further highlight the interconnected nature of mental health spectrum. A spectrum of solutions, treatment approaches. Just as the mental health spectrum is diverse, so too are the approaches to treatment. The key is finding the right combination of interventions that work for each individual. Psychotherapy or talk therapy is a cornerstone of mental health treatment. From cognitive behavioral therapy to psychodynamic approaches, these interventions help individuals understand and manage their mental health. It's like having a guide to help you navigate the complex terrain of your mind. Medication management is another crucial aspect of treatment for many individuals. Psychiatric medications can help balance neurotransmitters and alleviate symptoms. However, it's important to note that medication isn't always necessary or appropriate for everyone. Lifestyle interventions such as exercise, nutrition, sleep, hygiene play a significant role in maintaining mental health. These factors can have a profound impact on our psychological well-being and are often incorporated into comprehensive treatment plans. Holistic and integrative approaches are gaining increasing recognition in the mental health fields. These approaches consider the whole person, mind, body, and spirit, and may incorporate techniques such as mindfulness, acupuncture, or art therapy. Do you want me to wrap up the end of the article right quick?
Yeah, because I read a couple of paragraphs.
Okay. The big picture, understanding the mental illness spectrum. As we wrap up our journey through the mental illness spectrum, let's take a moment to reflect on the big picture. The spectrum approaches to mental health offers a more nuanced and compassionate view of psychological experiences. It recognizes that mental health is not a fixed state, but a dynamic continuum that we all navigate throughout our lives. Understanding this spectrum is crucial for several reasons. First, it helps reduce stigma by acknowledging that we all have mental health just as well as we all have physical health. Second, it promotes a more personalized approach to treatment, recognizing that what works for one person may not work for another. Finally, it encourages ongoing research and innovation in the field of mental health. Looking into the future, the Spectrum approach opens up exciting possibilities for mental health research and treatment, from personalized medicine based on genetic profiles to innovative therapies that target specific points on the spectrum. The potential for advancement is enormous. In conclusion, the mental illness spectrum is a powerful framework for understanding the complexity of human psychological experiences. It reminds us that mental health is not a black and white issue, but a rich tapestry of experiences that we all share. By embracing this perspective, we can foster greater empathy, develop more effective treatments, and ultimately create a world that is more understanding and supportive of mental health in all diverse forms. Remember, whenever you find yourself on this spectrum, your experiences are valid and in help is available. Mental health is a journey, not a destination. We're all in this together. And that's the end of the article. Because we are all in this together, if you think about it, right? At the end of the day, we all have to deal with something from the mental health spectrum. The reason I wanted to, and when we talked about doing a broad topic for the first one, it's kind of like an introduction, a hello. And when I read this, I was like, oh my God, this speaks to my spirit. I don't know about y'all, but that article kind of spoke to my spirit a little bit.
It did to me too. But you know, in life, you're gonna have people you connect with, and then you're gonna have people who you disconnect with in life.
Very true.
You know, this? Yeah. Article spoke to me in a lot of different ways. Article spoke to me in a lot of different ways. And there's more to come. There's more to come. Having Charlie part of this channel and her take on mental health, we're going to learn a lot more. We're going to become very educated individuals on mental health.
Also, we learn from each other, if you think about it. This amazing chat that you have and the amazing people in this community are sitting here like throwing out things that they've been through and listening to y'all. And we learn from each other. This is how we are as human beings. We bounce off each other. Like, say there's something I know, but you may not know it, but you know, and I don't know. We can share that information together because information is wealth. And there are things that you don't know that I don't. Like, I wasn't diagnosed like Miss Sarah until I was formally diagnosed with ADHD until I was, I'm 38 now, 36. It was 2 years ago. You know, I have to do the math and I ain't good at that. So I don't remember dates well because of the ADHD. But, you know, we've all been through something in our lifetime that has left us with different things that we have to deal with. And sometimes sharing our experiences and talking to others, not only are we teaching someone else, but it also helps us deal with our own things too. Yes. It's like group therapy. It's like group therapy, y'all. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to group therapy.
Yeah, I'm 44.
Yeah, I'll be 39 my next birthday. I'm 38 now. And this funny part is how I can always remember my son's age because I was 20 when I got pregnant with him. So this year he'll be 18 because I'm 38. And that's how I remember my age sometimes. Unpronounced. That's how I remember my age because when I look at his, I go, oh, yeah, that's how old I am. Take 20 off his age. Or add 20 to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how old I am. It's easier to add than it is to subtract and divide. I'm sorry.
You know, when I originally started this channel, I didn't know how long it would last. I originally didn't. I wanted this channel to be like a journal through life, not just my life, just life. And as I started meeting people, like Miss Sarah, like Ginger, like Rosaline, like H. Davis. And now that I've met you, Charlie, it's just pushed me to keep going.
I'm glad you keep going because I wouldn't have this opportunity to be here and share these amazing memories with all these amazing people and yourself. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's the most amazing thing about social media and content creating is that we get to do that. We get to meet so many different people of different walks of lives, right? I love when I wish to God I could literally take and press a button and learn everybody's story. Because to me, that's the most beautiful thing about life, it's the stories that go with them because whether they're good, bad, and indifferent, right? It's what makes up a person. Because I'm going to say this, I just want y'all all to know this one simple thing. You're not alone. And each one of you are perfectly imperfect just the way you are. You're amazing. There will never be another Miss Sarah on this earth. You could have identical twin and they're still not going to be exactly like you because they didn't go through what you went through in life. And so you're unique and amazing just the way you are. Being yourself. There will never be another you on this universe if you think about it. Even if you believe in let's say just hands up to even if you believe in second lives or third lives or whatever, there will still never be another Charlie because that next person ain't gonna have the same experiences that this Charlie has. You know what I'm saying?
Aya, click the link if you want to come up. Click the link. I'd love to have you come up on panel.
Oh, she's amazing. She's amazing. She kicked my butt the other night in poker. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want to
She's
know?
learning too. Oh, it's our Auntie Sherry. Ooh, Auntie.
Talk to you, honey.
There-
I'd like to talk to you.
So,
Hey,
Rosaline,
Aya.
hold on. I got a question.
Okay.
Rosaline asks if I'm okay. I am to a certain extent. For those of you that don't know, that are new here, and for those of you that have been here, know that I had to go see an oncologist.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so I had to get blood work done to
Mhm.
find out if I have blood cancer or not.
Mhm.
Okay, and I won't find out until H. Davis. You can turn your camera off if you want to.
Hey, Eddie.
So
This stage is called anticipation. I'm
yes,
telling you, it's really bad. It's not anticipation. It's anxiety.
Hello,
so
everyone.
but
Yeah.
I'll find out in 7 more days. The answer,
hmm
and that's what's been dragging me down lately.
Don't let it get to you.
That drive me freaking crazy.
Okay.
Well, it
One,
would.
you can't cross, as they say, you cannot cross that bridge until you get to the bridge.
Right.
And being, it's so hard with medical things like that because I've had issues with myself and my husband and everything else. But I heard an interesting thing that someone told me one time that worrying about something is like putting a down payment on a house that you may or may not ever own.
You may not ever live in it.
Exactly. Because you can't possibly imagine all of the scenarios and how it might go or how one thing might play out one way but another the other way, and it's life.
Yep.
It is. That's why life
And
is the way it is.
yeah,
It's ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. It's climbing
Right.
them out. It's climbing a
yeah,
mountain. And
Mr.
it's being
Eddie.
able to slide down. It's life is it's a test.
it's rough.
Yes.
I literally was crying 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and I had a total breakdown. My mother, we thought she had one of her tests. She had biopsies done on her thyroid, and one of them
Mhm.
came
Mhm.
back suspicious.
Mm.
Came back suspicious.
Okay.
So they had to send it off for further testing. And the way that
Mhm.
they said it, it was irregular, all this other stuff. I was like, basically, usually when they send that test off, they send it off to tell you what kind and what type and all this stuff. But then I also
Yes.
read it could be a false positive, right?
Yes.
And I
Mhm.
was freaking out because I'm thinking, oh my God, my mom's got to be, oh, I'm like freaking
Yeah.
out because and then come to find out the whole thing was a false positive. I did all that freaking out, all that falling apart.
All that worry for no reason.
Yes, ma'am. And so
Oh hell. Yeah.
All that stress.
during
And
this
it.
time, lean on us as your when you feel like you're stressed out or you're not feeling up to, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
we're a community, huggies, you know.
That's
Yeah.
Yes.
that's the reason why. So this this was in my mind, right? Because everybody that support me and I support that have been here for a while have noticed that I've been declining in doing lives, but I haven't declined on going on other people's panels. I haven't declined because the thing is that I have a lot of friends that are creators.
You know what? You're
And
sensitive, Eddie, and a lot of those people are. That's the main reason right there.
so that's the reason why I was like, man, if I had a co-host, they would give me a reason to keep moving forward and keep doing what I do. And that's the reason why when I heard your energy, Charlie, and I heard you say that you're an advocate for mental health,
Hey,
I was
Charlie,
like,
he's telling you he needs you.
Yeah, and,
so
and I'm kind of infectious just a little bit, but not in a bad way. You don't need antibiotics.
Not like the clap.
Yeah.
Are we talking about STDs or what?
That's where we went.
Hello,
So
Mama Sherry.
everybody, this is the
H.
local
Davis.
celebrity,
I
H.
love you,
Davis.
buddy.
H.
Nice
Davis
to
is the celebrity of the channel.
Well, welcome to the
Hi.
celebrity. Ooh.
Hello.
So H. Davis, I met him through Miss Ann,
You're right.
and he competes in the Special Olympics,
Yep.
and he holds 74 medals within the Special Olympics.
Yes,
That's
he does.
awesome.
Thank you.
I've seen him.
Yep.
One day I should get after you do your speech, H. Davis,
Mhm.
I want you to come up on panel,
Mhm.
and I want you to give the same speech on my channel.
Well, you know what? He can speak. He has spoken to 2,000.
If you want to do that, H. Davis.
He's
Sure.
spoken to
Matter.
2,000 people before.
Did-
Mama Sherry
Yeah.
knows.
I know. I've seen
Yes.
the pictures. You showed the pictures to me.
Yes.
I saw the crowd.
I'm laughing because I have a speech coming up next Wednesday.
There we go. So Thursday, if you're free, H. Davis, on Thursday, you could come up and you can read us your speech.
H. Davis is smart as heck. I'm just gonna tell you.
I have a workout program on Thursday.
Well, you name the day, H. Davis.
I'll let you know through email. I'll let you know when I'm
Excuse
free.
me, I'm drinking a beer as usual.
No beers on panel.
No beer
Hey,
up here.
Ain't
No
you sure?
beers
She's like,
on
I got a
panel.
she's like, I got a cozy on it. They can't see it.
I got a question.
At
for you.
least
Oh,
not on camera,
uh,
Miss Sherry. At least not on camera.
I have a question for you.
Because I'm a recovered alcoholic.
Oh,
Yes,
that
I
is
know
very
that.
true.
I know that, but do you have to avoid all alcohol? Does it scream at you at the grocery store or what?
I stay away from the grocery stores.
What?
I order all my groceries online.
Okay, that's safe then.
And plus, they have a Kroger. They don't have Kroger's in Florida, but they have a distribution here in Florida. So I go online and order my groceries.
Well, that's good.
I'm just joking with you, Sherry.
No, I won't ever take a sip of beer.
You know, I was joking with you, Sherry.
Thank you, Mama Sherry, for that song.
You got to hear the sarcasm in my voice, young lady.
Listen, I live on sarcasm,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yep.
I eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Yep.
and then I spit it out.
Y'all
Yep.
don't know, Mama
But
Sherry.
you know,
Oh,
Auntie Sherry, that spitters are quitters.
Charlie.
Look, I got that smile. See, I got
I
it.
think you're funny. I don't know who's below me. Hiya,
Yes.
hiya.
I
You're funny.
No, that was
I was
Charlie
joking.
that made the joke about
You're
spitters
You're
and
funny.
quitters.
You're funny.
I was joking.
Hey Eddie, you want to know about me? Ask Mama Sherry. Mama Sherry knows.
Mama Sherry, Auntie Sherry knows I like to give her a hard time sometimes.
I
Of
know.
course, I gave him a hard time on the yes and no game.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Yeah.
try to. I would try to get him to say more because
He
he said
picked.
any more than yes or no. I was like, "Well, how long, Eddie?" I was trying so hard to get him to trip and say a month or so, you know. But that was part of the game. At one point,
But
Did we lose you?
yep,
Oh,
we
yep,
did.
we lost Auntie Sherry, child.
Hey, is that a
Ooh,
microphone I'm looking at?
So yeah, it's the
pop
my mic's
filter
right
thing.
here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't have my. I'm using my headphones tonight. I only plug in the actual mic when I'm going to sing because this one doesn't distort when I'm talking. It only distorts when I sing. So, you know.
Yeah. You
But-
sing beautifully.
Yes, you did.
Thank you, Aya.
you did an amazing job there, Charlie.
Yeah.
I
If
watched.
I thought you sounded like a broken record, I would have muted you.
Oh, thank you, Jesus, for telling me the truth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: if I ever sound like a hound dog, please let me know. I don't want to ruin nobody's ears. You know what I'm saying? Jesus said,
No.
"Don't do that." I'm just saying.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
See,
beautiful. And
This is what I love. This is what I love. Is having open panels after a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if it goes off of the topic because we already covered the topic.
Right.
And this is what I miss. Having open panels and just having open dialogue. This is what used to happen before. I
Yeah.
would open up the panel after I talked about the topic. And people would come up and we would just have conversations. Now it could be a continuing of the topic or just friends meeting in a circle and just talking.
Mhm.
Or people getting to know each other.
Right.
Or
all of
You
the
know-
above.
yes.
All of the above, Eddie.
Yeah.
Don't you think, H?
I agree.
What do
A
you
thousand.
think, Aya? Come on,
Thank-
Charlie.
I want
Yeah.
to say thank you for giving me for
Exactly.
letting me.
Now,
Let me
one thing I will say this, and my mods know this very well. I don't do drama. Okay,
Cool.
I don't allow drama on this channel.
Nope.
My mods, if it comes in the chat, they know what to do with it.
I know that.
We don't do trolls. If trolls come in the chat, my mods know what to do with it.
Yep.
I don't put up with disrespecting each other. This is not a place for that.
Yeah.
I just want, because there's a lot of new people here, and there's you know, and I want to share my thoughts and get that out there because this is a mental health channel.
Mm-hmm.
We're not professionals. We're people who struggle with it on a daily basis.
Right.
Okay. And it's a safe place for people to talk about what they're going through on a daily basis.
Mm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So what I normally do is, and I've done it in the past, okay, is if I ever open up the panel and somebody comes up and they share something so important to themselves, and
I could,
I
but
think
I won't.
I think after the live gets over, if it should be privated, I private it. It depends on how deep that live stream is. I've done that in a couple of lives.
Eddie,
I was like, yeah, this needs to be private. No one needs to see this.
Eddie, you've got a deep heart and a
You know-
large. I think you have an enlarged heart, Eddie.
I mean,
So-
the doctors say that too, don't
That
they?
means a big.
No,
I
I'm just
know,
kidding.
but that means to me that means a big heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, Mr. Eddie. I look at you like I look at my father. My father is a big man. You know what I'm saying? But he's the biggest teddy bear you ever seen in your life. But don't get that teddy bear messed up, man. He could become a grizzly if he needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard the saying, don't ever meet your subs or mods in real life?
Yes.
Yes.
I actually met Rosaline,
Yeah.
and she's a beautiful person. Rosaline is a beautiful person. I got to meet her, and it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm glad I got to meet her. She's one of my friends.
But I'm gonna say this, Miss Sarah, with what you just said about making the trolls sit in the corner. I'll make them cry and apologize, because I'll read them bills, and I have done it multiple times. I've had trolls come to my chat and they start trying to troll me, and then they end up becoming like my biggest fans, and they end up staying. Because they come in my chat one day just talking about fish for some reason. I don't know why they started talking about fish. It wasn't bad trolls. I've had bad trolls come in, and I've had some to tell me to unalive myself and things when I was on YouNow, another platform, right? And
Hmm.
I had those trolls apologizing by the end of the stream, and they became my #1 fans and was there at every single stream.
Yep, that's like kids in the classroom. The
Mhm.
worst ones give them the most responsibility. Every day, give them the keys to the classroom. You're in charge of opening the door, make sure the door is locked, everything.
I just since Charlie's here, she because she's my co-host, she's gonna bring in a lot of new people. And if you can, Charlie, drop your channel and link, please, because Charlie actually has her own channel. And I told her that I would help her with her channel, not be over there on our panel all the time, unless she wants me to, depending on the topic we're covering. If it's a subject that I know about, But other than that, she does her own thing.
Y'all might have to cover your eyes sometimes. I might have to read somebody for filth. So sometimes I might tell you cover your ears. You didn't hear Charlie just jump off the porch. Just saying. Occasionally I gotta do that. But you
Right.
I'm really scared.
Girlfriend.
sometimes
I don't know-
you
I
just
don't
gotta
know
put
what I'm
somebody in
doing.
their place. I'm a little
Now,
crazy.
Charlie.
I am now subbed.
Yeah.
So I met Aya.
That's a pretty name, by the way.
Miss Rosalie says sometimes
It's
what
not
others
my name.
interpret.
Oh,
Hold
Thank you.
on, I'll get to you, Aya, in a second. Miss Rosalie made a comment. She said sometimes what others interpret as trolling might be another neurospicy human's way of interacting.
I agree. I think that they're too shy to go on camera and speak, so I think they just do it in the chat, and that's just how they operate. And I think it's actually a compliment from the trolls.
So I like that word too, neurospicy.
Yeah, I'm neurospicy. I'm gonna start using that word because I be spicy. Trust and believe
Mhm.
that.
Oh yes. I am definitely neurospicy.
Yes. So I'll highlight this comment. It's right. Misunderstandings are ripe when text is misread.
Yes.
That is profound.
Yes, because text can be read.
Absolutely.
Text can
That's
be
the reason
read
why I'm a talker.
in so many
You know,
different ways.
I don't like to text. I will send you a message. Are you free to talk?
Well, why don't you just call me, Eddie?
Well, not everybody I can just easily call.
Yeah.
You know, like because I don't have everybody's personal number. You know, so Discord they're not always connected to. So I message
That's a
them.
bad idea. Bad idea.
I message them and say, "Hey, are you free to talk?" And then once they get the message, it could be later on that evening, and they'll say yes, and we'll talk. Sometimes they'll be like, "Well, I didn't get your message. I just got it." Of course, you just got it because you just signed into Discord. You know.
Yeah.
What is Discord anyway? I don't even like the sound of that word.
So Discord is like Facebook, but
Mm,
not worse, but worse, but worse.
I don't have Facebook, thank God.
okay.
But not Discord is not for the faint of hearts. I will tell you that.
What do they do? Just trash people on Discord?
Um,
So it really means what Discord does.
Tiananas, how you doing? How you doing? No, I don't want to drop the Discord link in chat. Nope.
Hey, Tia Nanas. I love Tia Nanas. She can sing too, child. If y'all ain't never heard Tia Nanas,
Man, yes.
I
Donna
love me
has a
some her.
beautiful voice.
They got to email me for the link to Discord. So if you want to get on Discord, send me an email. Any of my mods can drop my email in chat.
I don't like the word Discord anyway.
I understand. That's fine.
Discord.
I met Aya over on what was it? Where did I first meet you? Was it Arkansas?
Explain. Somebody explain.
I've been Johnny's. You may
Please
have
Yeah, I met you at
been on
Johnny.
Johnny's first.
Please, somebody explain how Discord makes things better.
They don't make things better. They can to a certain
Well-
extent. Okay, so my platform, All Things Serious, or well, the thing is, so it's a communication platform that enables you to build meaningful connections around joy in playing games through voice, video, and text features. If you're on the
Okay.
right platform, okay.
And that's a good way to sum it up.
Yes,
Yes.
if you're on the right platform.
Yep.
There are other
I've never done
platforms
it.
that are
I've never-
awkward.
I doubt I'll ever
Mhm.
go to Discord.
Okay, but you know, my platform is safe place. There's no hate speech. There's no
I know that. I haven't been
name
attacked.
calling. There's
I haven't
no
been attacked yet. That's how I know it is.
you don't get accused of being something you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Discord, the term,
It's discourse.
yeah, is having discourse like in the public square. You know,
Like
you're
we're having on this
talking to
panel right
people.
now. We're
Yeah,
having discourse.
exactly.
Like arguments that you need to make to prove your point.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's more of a friendly term than that. It's not
Okay.
like debates.
Do you know how peaceful my Discord is?
As peaceful as you make it.
No, it's peaceful as people comment, which is rarely.
It's so peaceful. It'd be like flies flying through, butterflies going.
Yeah, that's how peaceful it is. It used to be heavy traffic. They used to be
Yeah.
heavily trafficked for about a good year, and
Yeah.
then it went dormant. You know what I'm saying? I moved to Florida. I got very depressed.
I
I had a
that
falling out
story.
with the creator. I had a falling out with the creator.
I know that story, baby. I heard
yes.
that story.
Yes, a lot of things happen, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm making changes. Vibrant,
Hey, Vibrant.
Vibrant, come up here, Vibrant. Vibrant. All right, hold on. Copy, paste. I got to give you guys my new email address, Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah, well, the thing is one@gmail.com. I still use all things serious one@gmail.com. But also I have, well, the thing is one@gmail.com.
Okay.
So,
Which
mean-
one would you prefer that I email you over?
well, the thing is one.com.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Let you know when I'm free.
Yeah.
That
So
one.
yes, there it is, right there. Um, and the lurkers that are in the bushes, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you ain't watching, it's okay. I have nothing against you. If you love me, thank you. If you're here to support, thank you. I appreciate all you guys. You guys mean the world to me. You mean the world to us.
We
This,
love
this
you, Eddie.
you know, even though a lot of us go through things and don't talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we're here for you.
Good night, baby.
So
Yep.
I just wanted to throw that out there. She left.
Oh,
Oh.
good night, Auntie Sherry. We love you.
Good night, Auntie
Hey,
Sherry.
dear.
So that's what we're here for. You know, this is a place where if you're just going through something, you need somebody to talk to.
Right.
You know, you email me, you know, and if you want to talk to Charlie, I'll get a hold of Charlie and send information to Charlie. So if Charlie wants to reach out, she will.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you.
Oh yeah.
You know, it depends on, you know, who you feel comfortable talking to. We don't bite. We don't judge.
I mean, I
Charlie
only
and I
bite
have
if
fighting
Okay,
issues.
Charlie might bite if you request it.
We
yeah, you
have
have to ask
problems.
nicely. Yeah,
You have to put in an application.
yeah, because it's
Yes.
you know, Charlie bit me. Ow, Charlie, why'd you bite me? That hurt, Charlie.
Yep.
I
We
lean
bite.
into it.
So
I gotta look for my most recent speech. I said that one I sent you. That was an interview. I don't mind saying it though.
well, I want you to do it first live, and then
Okay.
after you do it, come over here and read it.
Okay.
Yes,
You
I
know,
would love to hear it.
because and the reason why I say this, it's
Mhm.
more authentic when you do it first time in front of people.
Yeah.
Oh, Viper, and I'm gonna kick your internets in the booties because it's making me upset. I'm like, oh man, come on,
Well, see,
Viper.
you just need to move your butt up here to Ponca City where we have fiber.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I live in the deep woods and I got that good 1 gigabyte per second. No down, no slow, no nothing. I'm like, yes.
Hmm
I used to have that really bad satellite Wi-Fi. Ooh, y'all don't want that. Trust me, it's
No.
terrible. It's terrible, child. Fastest internet in the world, my butt HughesNet.
I like mine because I can run a game or two. I can have, like multiple streams pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with mine, I had that phone line internet,
hmm
Ooh.
and then they came out with the fiber optic internet, quantum fiber,
hmm
and man, people around me had it before I did, and I was getting pissed.
Well, see,
Believe it or not, you want to know how my area got it, the fiber. So our electric companies around here, because we live out in the deep woods, and there's a lot of places that those big companies don't go to, right?
mhm,
They don't go so far out. So our electric companies got a grant from the government to do fiber, and so now all of us that are like out in the outwood areas that wouldn't normally get it, we can get it. And I'm like, I love you, my power company. You're awesome. Thank you.
well, see, how ours went down here is that we have my husband used to work for the power plant here in town, and they're over like agency, I guess it's Oklahoma Municipal Power Authority, okay, OMPA. So OMPA owns different bits and pieces of power plants around the state, but here in Ponca they own the plant that's like down the street from the house, and then they have one that's out on the edge of town. That's another gas-fired plant. And then they have the hydroelectric plant out at Claw Dam. So our power basically comes directly from OMPA into Ponca City Utility Authority. And like my water and electricity and internet are through the city because they put fiber citywide. And we also have free Wi-Fi citywide.
It's not free here, but for us to, it's just amazing the fact that, to me, we're literally, oh, Vibrant's here. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I just had an ADHD moment. Gotta add him to stage. Oh, did we jump? We both clicked it.
Hello.
Is everything working? On mic and everything?
Yeah. We got an echo.
We have echo. Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have to leave. I have to take care of
that's it.
business.
I got
Y'all
it.
have a great night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Huggies. Yeah, now we don't have the echo. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's my settings. So I'm having so many problems, man. Oh my god, everything's going to hell again. So the internet went out, and I guess the squirrels are eating on the power on the line that's plugged into the pole, and so water got into it.
Oh no.
So now my internet's been dropping. They came out this morning to fix the internet. They just took a cable and they have it straight across, and now I have to wait on somebody to come and dig the line again. It's a crap mess in the backyard. And then I got a fucking eviction notice today. So they're
shit.
basically taking our house away. So now we're trying to figure out what to do with that crap.
Wow.
Yeah,
Lord.
sucks. We got what is it? We got a foreclosure notice is what we got.
Oh,
So-
okay.
They've been sending me the past couple of weeks. They've been sending the paychecks that I've been paying back. They've been sending them back, and I didn't know why. And the first one I kind of figured, I was like, man, maybe they're telling us we need to cash this money and we need to go get a new place because they're kicking us out. But it turns out I was wrong, and there's nothing really I can do about it. I can't even cash the checks because they're under my grandma's name and she died, and so I don't know what to do. We're talking to a lawyer. See what's gonna
Okay.
happen.
So are you in your grandmother's house?
Yes. So here's the
Okay.
story. So my grandma, I got diagnosed with MS. I was having issues, and my grandma moved from North Carolina to here to help me. And when she got here is when she fell, and ever since she fell, she was in and out of the hospital constantly, slowly deteriorating. And
Okay.
so she got to where she couldn't move that much, and she was having memory issues. And so I was taking care of her as much as I can with my disability. And I kept on having to go to Oklahoma City and stuff because I can't drive anymore. And my mom moved from Canada down here to help us.
Okay.
And then she did that, and then Grandma finally passed. And then then they bought a house for me and my son. My grandma wanted to get a house for me, so I told them not to do it, but they did it anyways. They bought a house, and then they didn't get all the stuff taken care of, like having the will, like have it go to mom or go to me or anything. It was still on grandma's name, and they never got it changed because she was in and out of the hospital constantly. They never got it changed, so it ended up causing issues, which now I'm seeing, which I was complaining about the whole time, but now I'm seeing it was the wrong choice to wait on doing this. And now we're running it, taking front of basically all this issue. So until we talk to a lawyer tomorrow, I don't know exactly what's happening, but it seems like there's no way of fighting it to get back unless I become rich somehow and pay for the rest of the house that we have. There's nothing I can do. I think the house, we have $160,000 left, but I was paying out of $1,300 a month. I was paying $1,000 a month. And they're starting to give me the checks back because I'm not paying the full amount or some shit. I don't know. Every time we call them, they never help us or anything. There's all this legal crap you have to deal with, and it's like, oh my god.
Who's
so
the
annoying
mortgage
getting a house.
company?
Well, it's through U.S. Bank. I don't know who the
'Kay.
mortgage company is. It's in, I don't know where it's at. It's not even in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I don't know
Do
why they went
you
out of
know
Oklahoma.
Do you know the name of the attorney's office that's doing the foreclosure?
I don't. I just got the letter today after dealing with the internet stuff. And so I don't have a name yet. They haven't even came up to us yet. So what they're doing is they're going to be coming doing inspections at the house, and they're going to come and ask me questions. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they can't legally refuse payment either. But I have like 3 checks right here that I can't do anything with. I have a $900 check, I have an $800 check, and another $900 check. I can't do anything with it. So if I'm not paying the full amount, why are they why are they sending it back to me? I don't understand.
I don't know either. Now, have you probated her estate yet?
That's one other thing we have to do, and it costs a lot of money, and that's what we're running into. The probate to get things moved over with the paperwork that the mortgage company sent us, we have to probate to do some legal affidavit document or something. But it's about paying to get that done, and not having the money. What I'm paying based on my paycheck, my disability and all that stuff goes straight to paying the house every time. So I don't. It's not like I have money to go and pay $500 for a lawyer and do all this other stuff.
Yes, if you start the probate, it may actually pause the foreclosure. Because
we were
title.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
The title, regardless of, whether they do the foreclosure and they send it to sheriff's cell and all of that stuff, they've still got to deal with the whole title mess.
Yeah.
So that's an entirely different thing. What county are you in?
Muskogee County.
Okay. I graduated high school in Okmulgee.
Yeah, that's Willow. That's why we have a lawyer we're getting hold of tomorrow. She told us we had to pay $500 for stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna pay any more on the house, and I'll fork up that $500 to get this whatever this lawyer needs, so we can get this taken care of. It's gonna end up costing us almost $2,000 for this. But,
I know.
I mean, to keep the house would be fucking nice. I just want to.
The attorney that we used for my brother's and his dad's probate, we had to do both of them at one time. But was there in Okmulgee, and she works there at the old CCAT firm is where she's at. And she did an excellent job and worked with us on payment and everything else.
That's what I needed, because I could do $900 or $1,000 a month, but I can't do $1,400 a month. That's the problem, because then I don't have enough for other bills like electricity, water, gas, all that stuff. So that's the problem I'm running into. I could do $900 or $1,000 a month. I was basically doing about $900, $800 a month. But it's just like, I don't know. It's a headache, man. I don't want to move again. I moved so many times before. My grandma moved me down here and helped me out, and it's like I just don't want to do this shit again. I'm so tired of it. And my mom slacked on some stuff, which we could have got some other stuff done, but she slacked on some stuff, which messed everything up. And I kept on telling everybody, it's like I would told them at the beginning, like, if you're gonna get a house, be sure you get everything settled before she passes, because that's the whole thing. We're gonna run into all this stuff that they never did.
Mm-hmm.
That's another reason why I'm really hounding down on myself keeping life insurance, because I kind of had to drop it to pay this, but I want to get it back. I'm trying to keep myself to have life insurance because when I pass, I want my son to not run into the same shit I'm doing. Stupid. It's lame. They don't tell you how much you have to deal with when somebody passes. Every single bit. Dude, it's so annoying.
It's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's much easier in Oklahoma if people have wills drawn up. Much, much easier.
I mean, I'm dealing with two things though. I'm not
But
only dealing
the-
with grandma. I'm also dealing with my dad passing because my dad died a couple months right before my grandma did.
oh boy, yeah. That's what was weird with my stepfather and brother is that my brother's dad died first, and then later on, my brother took his own life. And so, whenever that happened, the estate went actually to my mother because my mother was my brother's nearest kin, was the way it went. So mom ended up getting her ex-husband's property and everything else because of Daniel doing what he did. But we did both of those probates at once because we had to do that to be able to get the house to Daniel to get it to mom so then mom could deal with all of it. And I ended up being the executor of the estate. I never want to do that again. Never.
I understand. I'm the executor of my grandmother's. I get it.
It's a lot.
Yep.
Absolutely a lot.
It's a hassle, and it's also the fact if I had to find a new place, finding a place, especially here in Oklahoma, where they'll let me have pets. I have 2 dogs. They're medium-sized dogs. They don't chew up on anything, but people either want one dog, or no dogs, and they have to be small or light medium, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
even as emotional pets, man, like they're really nice. They just don't like people coming near me. I mean, you don't come near me, then you'll be fine. They're attached to me like crazy, and I can't live on without them. Man, they're the one thing in my life other than my son.
I know. I'll have to ask my sister how she did it. But if you went and did like the ESA thing, you could have one of them as your ESA and the other dog as your son's ESA. And there would be nothing that they could do really to stop that.
Yes, but ESA dogs are pretty expensive.
Not the way my sister went about doing it. And she did it while she was still here in Oklahoma. So I'll have to ask her how she went about doing that for her cat. But
And
I will.
sorry about with all this stuff, man. I didn't mean to come up here and
Hey, Vibrant,
take it
dude.
down. What's up, man?
Vibrant. You know what this panel's for. You know what this channel's for. You know what this community's for, bro.
yeah, don't be apologizing before I spank you over there. See, I'm gonna have
Vibrant
to get my
knows this.
switch.
Vibrant knows this, bro. Vibrant, you know this, man.
It's
Yeah, I
kind
know,
of
but-
good too that I'm also here in Oklahoma.
Y'all might actually need to connect and give each other y'all's emails because y'all both are in the Oklahoma area, and you might know something that he don't know, or vice versa.
Oh, there's a lot there. I'm willing to bet that the firm doing that foreclosure is either Kibble, Raymond, and Francis out of Tulsa, or it is Bayer Timberlake out of Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, yeah. Miss
And I
Sarah,
used to work for KBR.
that's where I said I wanted to move if I had to move out of Oklahoma. It's Wisconsin. I miss Wisconsin.
Lone Star Queen, how you doing? So, if Vibrant, go ahead and put your
Yeah, I'll put my stuff.
email in back chat for her, where
My
she can
what?
reach out to you.
Oh, my email?
Yeah, give it to Aya, so she can reach out to you. So,
I do.
for everybody here that are watching, me and Viperin are going to be starting a podcast when he's ready and when I'm ready.
Cool.
We are postponing it,
Yeah.
but we will be starting a podcast talking about music, movies, and games.
Cool.
It'll be called Well, the Thing Is Podcast. So I'll have me and him will be hosts on that channel. We will be also bringing up special guests to cover movies, music, and games.
Cool.
You met Charlie Viper, and you know Charlie.
Yes.
She is now my co-host of this channel. So you will see her frequently.
I just put mine in there. Vibrant.
Okay, I'm about to put mine. Trying to put my other email. I got like 4 emails. That's fine.
Okay.
You know, you always have support, Viper.
I know. I just don't like. I don't like asking, for a lot of help and stuff. I try and do things on my own, and just like I'm actually taking it a lot easier than I thought it would be right at this point. But I've also prepared for this ever since we were having trouble. Ever since Grandma passed, and we were having trouble paying for stuff. So I'm taking it a little bit lighter than I would have normally, but then again, it could hit me sooner or later. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Dude, what?
So this live went really well today.
Yeah.
And just, I'm going to pull up a picture real quick. Give me just a second.
Sorry, I missed most of it. I don't. Rather than the title, I don't really know what it was about.
Basically, an introduction into mental health and mental health as a spectrum, and like the many nuances of it, and how like mental health is not only genetic, but it also has to deal with environmental factors, has to deal with mental health traumas, things that happen to you over your lifetime. And when you look at mental health, it's not just a line. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a box. It's a spectrum, and it encompasses many things, and a lot of things overlap and go together. Everything shapes our mental health from the time we're born to, we leave this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have a lot of experience with that.
There is an excellent book that I'm working my way through. Granted, it's dense because there's a lot of research that went into it. But the name of the book is The Body Keeps the Score. And it's specifically by a psychiatrist that did work with vets and PTSD. And he went through and figured out that the vets that had PTSD had changes in their brains that you could see on an MRI. And so he's basically broke it down as to how trauma actually physically affects your body and how your body holds on to it.
Do you know this person personally?
No, not the one that wrote the book. No.
Oh, I was
Nope.
saying, that would be an awesome guest.
That would be an awesome guest, but no, I do not know him. Let me go. The book's over there by my chair.
Yeah, with my diagnosis, they're finally going to work on my OCD and stuff.
Cool.
Thursday, my next.
Oh, I just want to update you guys on something real quick, since Bubbles is in here. We're going to be doing a live. I don't know when, about the foster care system.
Mm,
We will be doing a live covering the foster care system. I did a short stint in foster care. So we are going to be doing a live covering the foster care system.
that's a complex one.
Yeah. You know, I have experience. She's doing a study on it. She's I forget she knows a lot about it.
Yeah.
She has her thoughts on it. And we're going to have civil discourse about the foster care system. So
Okay.
it'll be open panel. In my opinion, it should be for people who have been in it and have experienced it and have discussion about it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
We could do a live specifically about the foster care system, one, and then do a second live where we open up the panel for people to come up and share their stories. You know, I wasn't in the foster care system very long because they couldn't keep me in very long because of my age. And when you hit a certain age, you have a right to choose where you want to be. So,
Yeah.
but the book Aya was talking about
Mm-hmm.
is called The Body Keeps the Score
Yep.
by Dr. Vessel van der Kolk.
Vanderkolk. Yeah.
Van der Kolk.
Yep.
So,
It. I mean, I could
get a
go through it.
we could get a synopsis of the book and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like a brief breakdown of the book.
Okay.
You know, and possibly promote the book.
Okay.
Maybe somebody can reach out to him. You know,
Okay.
one of us could.
I
These
have.
subscribers can, reach out to him and try to get him up on his channel.
I might have a connection. Might.
Okay.
It may be a long shot, but I'll look into it
Yeah.
because maybe my brother-in-law has an idea.
I would
Okay.
love to get deep into PTSD, just PTSD in general.
Yeah.
Not just veterans with PTSD, because survivors of child abuse could have PTSD.
Alcoholic exes like myself. That's why I have PTSD.
I got diagnosed
Well-
with PTSD.
Because of abusive alcoholic ex. I think a lot of us deal with it for different. It's like here, the thing that people don't understand, and I can't wait till we get into the subject about PTSD, is that any little thing can take you back to that moment in time and make you a nervous wreck. And I do kind of understand what soldiers go through, even though it's different, because it brings you right back to that memory, and it's like you're sitting right there again. A smell, a loud noise, whatever your triggers might be. So I can't wait till we get into that topic, and I can't wait to hear more about this book, and possibly shoot me, Miss Aya. I'll put my email in the back there. You can screenshot it.
Okay.
Because my email is not a secret. I put it on my show every single day. But yeah, I would love to be able to read it myself because knowledge is power, and I'm a reader. I love to read books.
Well, I've got my copy. I'm not even halfway through the book. But what I did, since I'm going through it the first time, I've been reading it, making notes, annotating, and all of that stuff. That's why I haven't read the whole book yet. But in the first paragraph, in the introduction on this, there's something that I did highlight. I'll read it to you. It says research by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has shown that 1 in 5 Americans was sexually molested as a child. 1 in 4 was beaten by a parent to the point of a mark being left on their body. And 1 in 3 couples engages in physical violence. A quarter of us grew up with alcoholic relatives, and 1 out of 8 witnessed their mother being beaten
Yep.
or hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're losing numbers. It's detail. It's a sensitive topic. So
But yeah, that's, and the book is definitely about trauma.
yep. And me and Bubbles were just on the phone talking about trauma earlier.
Yep.
I like to point out though that PTSD could have different symptoms that don't
Yes.
really make it noticeable. Like me, for example, I have these little flashes and stuff, but I doesn't bring back memories. It's my body reacts to things, and also I have an issue with flinching when somebody comes up behind me or touches me.
Hmm.
Which, of course, my therapist, all 3 of them, or PTSD is what they diagnosed me with, just because of that, I guess. A little bit different than what most people. I know most people have it way differently, you know, but I did come from abuse and stuff.
PTSD also has different triggers for every person, depending on what your trigger is. Right?
Yep.
Because you can have many different kinds. It can come out in many different ways, right? So, like, if I get around 2 alcoholics who are fighting and arguing and raising voices, I get to shaking like a leaf. Like because that's what my ex would do to start fights. He would start fights. He would start raising his voice, start screaming, start trying to fight for no reason, just none at all, just so he'd have a reason to go drink more, right? Or to go drink in general. And sometimes the smell of alcohol, just the smell of like a certain smell, right? So for each person, and knowing your triggers from your trauma, right, or trying to figure them out, because it is hard sometimes, can help you prevent as many, symptom flare-ups and things, like where you don't like people walking up behind you unannounced. That is a trigger for you, right? Or if somebody raises their hand suddenly around you, like, just their hand goes too close to you and you're not expecting it. That's probably a trigger for you, Viper. You know what I'm saying? Just like random like that. But versus if somebody tells you, hey, Viper, and I'm here, you know what I'm saying, starts talking to you, then their movements most likely don't trigger as much because you consciously know they're there, right? And as long as they don't
say this, I will say that getting things fixed when you start realizing things like that is an important thing, because it used to never. Now when people come in and tell me dinner's ready, it scares the fudge out of me. Like, it scares the hell. Like, I'm scared so much for that. I flinch even when people aren't even getting close to me. But that's because I went. Well, I'm 42 years old. I went most of my life without ever getting help. So it kind of got worse, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Once
You
you
know-
start getting help and start like, doing that, it does help to realize your triggers. But yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Eddie, go ahead.
So what I was thinking, tomorrow, let's talk about PTSD.
Okay.
Like, just let's cover the scientific meaning of PTSD, and then let's deep dive into PTSD, because everyone on this panel has it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I will open up the panel and people can come up and just share their story if they want to. Because I think that's important. PTSD comes in all shapes and sizes. It comes in all forms. My PTSD is from 3 things. And I'll share that tomorrow. But there's multiple triggers to my PTSD. But the trauma I went through to get to those triggers, I'll share those tomorrow. I don't have a problem. Will it become emotional, me talking about it? Yeah, because there's going to be one thing I'm going to talk about tomorrow that I've never shared on this channel. And I rarely talk about it at therapy.
Yeah.
And that's okay because we're supposed to have emotions. When we go to talking about the things that we went through, there's going to be tears shed on this panel. There's going to be anger. Sometimes there's going to be feelings. There's going to be all different kind of emotions, right? But that's what makes us human. That's what makes us people.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people know that I'm a survivor. I'm a warrior. Okay. I survived child abuse, sexual abuse. You know, growing up, I've survived a lot. But there's one thing I'm going to talk about tomorrow that still affects me to this day. You know, I'm very protective over women, and you'll understand why tomorrow.
Okay.
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 But there are some traits that women do that trigger my PTSD too.
Yeah.
And I'll share that tomorrow. You know,
one of the things they're going to work on me with Thursday. They're
What's
going to
that?
work on my allergy to humans. Can you believe that? They're going to work on my allergy to humans.
I thought you said your apology to humans at first.
That's what I was
my allergy. Why I'm allergic to humans. Like people. Oh my god, it's so bad. That's part of my OCD problem. Sorry,
For a second there, when I first heard you say it, Vibrant, I thought you said my apology to humans.
Yeah.
I seriously
That's
thought
what I heard initially too.
I thought you said that, Vibrant, and I'm like, well, that's a good one because you don't apologize.
Yeah.
And then I thought apology to
sarcastic.
humans,
I'm
and I
being
was like, what humans?
I'm being sarcastic. I'm being sarcastic, Vibrant.
But that's one of the things they said they were going to work on me with, other than my cleanness and always feeling dirty problems. That's one of the things they said they're going to work on is my allergy to humans, like why I can't be around people. They make me sticky.
Well,
it's weird.
Put a 1 in chat. I'm not going to do polls. I don't do polls. For those of you that are listening right now, that are watching, tomorrow we're going to cover PTSD. Put a 1 in chat if you'd come up on panel. Put a 2 in chat if you will be here just to listen.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'll know tomorrow.
I just want you to base, put a 1 in chat if you would like to come up on panel when we talk about PTSD. Put a 2 in chat if you're just going to be in the background and listening. Okay? Just an idea. Just an idea. I don't expect everybody to come up on panel. I don't expect you to come up on panel. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving the floor, the option, you know what I'm saying, to come up and talk about it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't expect people to be an open book. I know how hard it is to open yourself up publicly. I know how hard it is. When I first did this channel, it was very difficult. It was very emotional. But I put it into my mind that I wanted to bring attention to men's mental health in general. That men struggle, just as much as women do. It's just that men talk less about it.
Oh, yeah.
And men are more shamed when they're talking about their mental health than
there's
women are.
more stigma.
Yes. That's the reason why I decided to just be that big, burly, Viking-looking dude to talk about mental health because very few people will approach me in public and call me weak.
Nobody
I'm not
will call me
weak.
weak, man.
I am
I
a
will
strong,
flip the hell out.
yes, I am a strong man that has emotions. I'm a strong man that feels. Okay. I did suffer silently, Lone Star Queen for a long time. For a very long time, I suffered silently. And I don't suffer silently no more. I don't suffer like I used to. I've shared with everybody. And the thing is, right, is me doing this channel, majority of the people that listen and come here are women, believe it or not. And
Yeah.
it gives them a look they're able to see what a man that struggles with mental health issues, how he communicates. Okay. Before, I used to be very violent. And I'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll talk about it all. PTSD. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I've always been open book when it comes to my struggles and the things I've gone through. And that's also why I write it in my music. But I'll tell you what, like, I'm actually pretty impressed with myself with, I know everyone is not into AI stuff, but I put my lyrics with an AI program to see what they tell me. What does this say? What does it make you feel like? And everything in my lyrics, they got 100% right. Everything I was pointing out in the lyrics is exactly 100% right, which made me feel better. I know it's AI, but it just makes me feel like that people can understand my lyrics.
But
If they've been
still,
through
it's a
stuff.
form of validation.
Yeah, and it's pretty good because like my one that I got hell for, that I wrote called Savior, is it's really heavy and dark, but it got every point of that correct. Yeah, the validation made me feel good, but that's basically what I do: music, and I write my dark poems, my dark entries, and my music. Yeah, but I'm not afraid to sit and talk about anything I've been through.
I tend to be very open about my stuff because I view it as if by sharing my story, if I can just save one life, that's good. Just one. And
Actually, oh, sorry, Miss I thought you were done. I'll let you finish. Gotcha.
yeah, and I don't know, it doesn't matter if I know that I saved that life or not, but I would love to be able to have an influence in some way for the better, because I myself have tried multiple times, have been in the mental hospital multiple times, but my little brother was the one that was successful. So I have it from both sides. I know what it feels like to want to do that. And then I know what it feels like whenever someone close to you does that.
Oh, yeah. I do too.
So yeah, it's
I
a
do too.
it's a double-edged sword because
Oh,
I'm
yes, it is.
so pissed off at him, but I understand exactly why the hell he did what he did. And it's so frustrating.
And the thing is, a lot of people do it on a temporary feeling. A temporary feeling.
I don't know.
I said a lot. I didn't say everybody.
Yeah.
I said a lot of people act on a temporary feeling. What they're feeling in that moment.
I don't know. All I can do is tell you how it was for me
Yes.
and how his situation was whenever he did it. And because his situation was that way, it very much, he was in the same spot I've been. So it's
After, when I end this live, Aya, I
mhm,
want you to stay on panel.
okay, will
'Cause
do.
I want to share a story. And this live's is
Okay.
about I'm getting ready to tie it up. Yeah.
Okay. Will do.
So tomorrow, PTSD. Yes. Excellent subject.
Mhm.
So we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, we will see you here tomorrow. Sending y'all so much love.
All right, you can end it out there, Charlie. Be your first time to end out the live.
Okay. Well, I want y'all to make sure y'all have a beautiful, amazing day and night wherever you're out in the world right now. Make sure you smile. One small act of kindness can change this world. Tell somebody they look cute today. Open the door. Smile at somebody. That's all it takes. One small act of kindness to change the world a little at a time. And I'm sending y'all so much love. And we will see y'all on the next one. This is Well, the Thing Is. See what happened was in retrospect with Charlie. Love y'all.
Bye.
I'm waving like they can see me.